Hi everyone, this is Erica from Confessions of a Homeschooler again, and today I wanted to talk about lapbooks. I get a lot of questions on how we use lapbooks in our homeschool, so I thought it'd be fun to do a video on how to make lapbooks and how we use them. So first off, I just wanted to let you know that you can really use lapbooks with just about any age group that you have. Really, all that lapbooks are fun, hands-on ways to make learning a little bit more fun, and I think it helps kids remember what they've learned as well because they're doing something visual, they're using their hands, and they're creating a finished product that allows them something they can review, as well as just, like I said, making learning more fun. So I'll just show you a couple quick ones. This one is a Jessie Bear What Will You Wear lapbook that the Tinkerbell made probably 2 years ago maybe. So she was about 3 or 4 when she did this. And then there are just little different activities inside that go along with the story. Hopefully you can see this. But she just made a little sample of what a healthy lunch would be, and let's see, what he should wear based on the weather. This was like a little, we hid these colored bears all over and she just ran around and found them. This was a Bible verse, and then just some rhyming words, and then this is a fun little dress-up bear that she can do. And there are links for this lapbook on my blog as well, and I will try and link them to the post. So that's for like a preschool-aged student. And then of course you can do them for older students. Here's one we haven't done yet, but we are going to. This is my Treasure Island unit study, and this one goes through, and each chapter that you read through the book, there's a different activity that correlates with that chapter. So by the time they're done reading the book, they'll have a whole lap book just all on different pirates and characters in the story and things like that. So we've also done them just for fun. I'll let my kids pick out a topic that they want to learn more about. Turbo did one on sharks, and I believe Strawberry Shortcake has done one on horses. And they're just really fun kind of extra learning tools. And when we use them in our homeschool, we will typically use them with literature units. That's my favorite way. So we'll be reading about a story, and then we'll do a lapbook component to go with that story. And then by the end, they have a full lapbook full of information from that story, and they can later refer to that if they've forgotten what the story is about or need to remember something about it. But I have found that just doing the hands-on activities really helps the students remember what they have learned, just because they're not just reading something, they're actually doing something that goes with it. So that's how we use lapbooks in our school, and I'm going to now show you how to create your own lapbooks. And so if you're interested in seeing that, please stick around and we'll be right back. Okay, so quickly I just wanted to show you one up close. This method right here with just folding the sides into the center is just your traditional trifold, and this lapbook is one that we did to go with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it was a unit study we did. I actually did this with all of our kids together, and so each one did just a little bit different level of work. But so this is obviously for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and you'll see when you open it up, there's all these little components, of the book that we are learning about. Now this one is a pre-made book that I did for Tinkerbell because I found that for her age right now, it takes her longer to cut out and put everything together, and she does enough of that in her other school that I'm not worried about her motor skills. So I pre-put the book together for her, and then she can just come in that day after we read a chapter and fill in her piece for that day. So that makes it a little bit easier for younger kids. For Turbo and Strawberry Shortcake, I do not do that. They actually put together, cut out everything all on their own. And it does take some time, so you just need to be aware of that. If we're in a time crunch, sometimes I will cut out the pieces and just have it for them, and then they can put it together and put in their book. But basically how we use it is we'll read one chapter, and then we'll do whichever little lap book kind of fits with that chapter, or mini book, sorry. And so as they go, they will end up creating this lap book that has all kinds of fun information in it regarding the story. Okay, so lapbooks are really easy to make. All you really need are some regular file folders, and these are just colored ones, but they're just the regular tabbed file folders, and you can do manila or whatever. I use shipping tape, some scissors, and possibly some glue. I don't always use the glue while I'm putting them together, but you'll definitely need this for when you're actually having the kids put their pieces in. So that's about it. I'm going to show you some of the basic folds that you can do to create different sized lapbooks. Okay, so for this first lapbook type, I'm just going to call it the regular trifold lapbook. All you need is one file folder. It's the easiest one you can do, and you just fold it open flat like this, and then simply take one side and fold it into the center. And then do the exact same thing with the other side, folding it into the center so they meet. And then just crease the edges really good. And voila, you have a trifold lapbook. Now, one thing that some people like to do, I don't usually do this because we cover it up with so many other things. Some people will paste in just a colored piece of construction paper here just to make it a little more pretty inside, I guess. Like I said, we don't do those, but it's definitely an option for you. So that's just your basic trifold lapbook. Okay, this next one I'm going to call the flap up insert. And basically what you're going to do is your regular trifold lapbook like I already showed you. So we'll do that really quickly. Oh, by the way, this is going to take 2 folders. So we'll put that one aside. And you're going to just do your regular trifold. So fold both sides in like so. And then just set that one aside for right now. And then you're going to take your other one and open it up. And then you're just going to cut it along this center line right here. And then I also cut off this extra little tab. I'm not too specific with this, just so that it's out of the way. And then I take this piece that we just cut out and our other one that we created, and I just line them up like so. Sorry about the shadows, I'm filming this in the evening. And then I take my shipping tape, pull off a piece about the length of the flap, and I just put it on there, stand it up and just kind of make sure it's straight, fold it over, and then just secure it. And so essentially what that gives you is your regular lapbook folded open, and then you also have this extra piece that you can put some more information on. And that's what I usually did in most of my literature lapbooks, as you can see, because we needed more space. So flap up lapbook, very easy. Okay, this next one is like a double lapbook, and I'm calling it double because there are 2 file folders. And for this one, you are going to need some glue. So this is easy as well, all of them are, but you're going to just do your regular trifold lapbook on both of the folders. So there is one. And 2. Okay. And then you're going to simply take the folders, and I'm actually going to turn this one around so they match up a little bit better, and just line these 2 edges together. If the flap bothers you, you can always cut them off. I don't particularly care about that, so it doesn't matter to me. And then you're just going to take your trusty glue, and I use glue sticks. You can use rubber cement, whatever works for you. Put glue all on one side, and then just carefully line them up and just press them together so they dry. Okay, once they're nice and secure, to fold this lapbook up, you simply fold in one side, fold in the other side, and then close it like that, and then you can put your cover on here. You can also fold in both sides and then fold it in half so it's a little bit more like a book. So whatever you prefer. But that is the double lapbook, and as you can see, that gives you a lot more working surfaces as well. Okay, next I want to show you what I'm going to call the triple lapbook, and you can probably guess what that is. We're going to start off with our double lapbook that we just made in the previous one, and we're just going to add another one to it. So I took another folder, did our regular trifold, and then you simply glue these edges together. And this one is like the Mac Daddy. You have a lot of information. This is great for older students who are doing something very specific or studying a time period in history or anything like that. And again, you can kind of just fold it up the same exact way as before. So there you have it, the triple lapbook. So as you can see, you have lapbook 1, 2, and then 3. And this can hold a ton of information, and it all stays together. Okay, so for this big one, you can really just fold it up anyway. I usually fold in this last one, fold it up, and then fold it one more time. And you can kind of leave it like that, but another thing I like to do is just take this front flap and fold it out the outside, and then you can put your cover on here. And that way it just kind of almost helps it stay together a little bit and you don't have stuff falling out of the middle. So there it is, the Jumbo 3-folder lap book. Okay, one other fun thing that I want to show you is how to create a pocket to add to the back of one of your lap books, and that just allows you to have some extra storage space for those loose leaf papers that might go with your lap book but maybe not fit. So what you'll need for that is a stapler, scissors, glue, and 2 file folders. So what we're going to do first is just trim off the tabs, and you don't want to trim it all off. You need this little extra lip to kind of give you some more space in your pocket. So I'm just going to quickly trim that off, and also this one. You really don't have to be super precise about this. And then we're going to open it up and turn these around just a little bit. And then we're going to lay these 2 on top of each other like this. Okay? And I'm going to quickly just glue those together. So I'm just going to run some glue on here. I'd probably be a little more thorough if I was not doing this for a video, but rubber cement actually works a little bit better on this one, I think, but we use this all the time and they stay. Just line them up and secure them. And then the next thing that you want to do is fold these in like this, so you can kind of see that you're creating a pocket here. You may even want to quickly stick in a piece of paper to make sure it's the right size, but we're gonna just glue this quickly. So now we have kind of this pocket, as you can see. And then just quickly to help seal up the bottom, I will take a stapler and just quickly run some staples across the bottom of it. Nothing fancy. And then you'll take your regular lap book that you want to add the pocket to, and I'm just going to use one of our previously made ones here. Flip it over to the back side, and then all you need to do is simply glue this pocket on. And actually, I will glue it so that the little teeth of the staples are facing towards the pocket so your kids aren't cutting their fingers. So just simply add some glue to this guy. Then glue it onto the back side of your lap book like so. And then you'll see you have a lap book. This one happens to be the flap I added. And you also have a pocket here in the back that you can put any kind of paperwork or reports that might go with your lap book or anything like that. So there is the pocket addition to any lap book. Okay, and then just one more thing that I wanted to show you with this pocket is that instead of, if you don't want like an entire whole pocket, you can just easily cut this guy in half. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Reseal this edge with your stapler, just like the other one. And then you have 2 smaller pockets, and these are great for just smaller items, anything like puzzles or games or anything like that. You can also cut it this way and tape it up on the sides or staple it up on the sides. So that's just another easy way for you to create something that you can stick things in. I usually do these for the backs of our lap books, and that way we can put any kind of extra things that don't necessarily fit inside that we don't want falling out in there, and you can put a little title on the front of them or anything like that. Okay, so that's it. That's how we use lap books in our school, and a few different ways that you can create your own. One of my favorite websites is lapbooklessons.com, and she also has a YouTube channel, so I will do my best to remember to link that below for you guys. But if you haven't checked Valerie's lessons out, go do so now. She has a huge website full of different mini book ideas for the insides of your lap book, as well as different lap book folds. And so, as usual, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at erica@confessionsofahomeschooler.com. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.